Welcome back, viewers. This is still Business Compass, and we have Nana here. And Nana has been talking to us about his yogurt business. Fascinating stuff. If you're watching from home and you have challenges similar to Nana, or yours is different, or you think you need some guidance and you want to be on Business Compass, please send us a 1-minute video to our WhatsApp number 026-300-5055. And we'll be happy to help you with any business challenges you may be having, or just to give you some support and some guidance. So back to Nana. Nana, we're talking about how do we differentiate your yogurt from all the other yogurts on the market, and how to help you market better. And Kwame had some thoughts.
Kwame. Yes, so as you said, we haven't seen the new packaging you have. So probably if we saw that packaging, then we'll be able to, advise you the best way to handle it in terms of the look of the packaging, size of bottle, the different market segments that would accept a certain type of packaging, a certain type of bottle. Now, the other thing I wanted to also discuss with you is the fact that, yes, you're a biochemist. You seem to know your product. But in most businesses, you don't have to be an expert to get the business going. And I'll give you an example. I sell cosmetics. I'm a lawyer and I'm a businessman. I know nothing about cosmetics, but I sell cosmetics. And ask me how I do it. Because I have an inkling into potential products that can make money, I rather get people who understand the cosmetic industry and bring them together in my company. And so they then go out there and sell the product. Mine is to just monitor. So in order to make sure that you are in some kind of control, it's always good to get people in your company that can push the product on your behalf. And I want to find out from you, do you have weekly meetings with your company, with your staff, with your partners, your vendors?
I have fortnightly meet, like every 2 weeks, with my marketing team. Every week I meet with my production team as well. So we discuss issues that happened in the previous week, especially pertaining to either marketing or sales, and then production as well.
So I will suggest to you that in having this meeting, you should have it with everybody. Okay. The operational side should understand a bit of what the marketing side is doing. The marketing side should understand a bit of what the operational side is doing.
And feedback from the vendors who are dealing directly with the customers.
The vendors bit, and then even the legal bits. Everybody should be around the table, and it's always good to do it every week, especially where you are now. If it so happens that you're making 10-15% margin on your products, then maybe you might suggest, okay, we can do it fortnightly. But where you are now, you need every little time for everybody to be around the table, for everybody to understand
the challenges
and where you're heading for. Without that, this concept of being a jack of all trades and master of none will continue to pertain, and you'd find it very difficult to move the product that you want to move.
But it also enables this silo thing where operations people are in their silo, marketing people are in their silo, and everyone is just focused on their little bit and not understanding how their failings or their successes affect the other parts of the company.
You said one thing that struck me, which I think you didn't follow on. You said you sold some of your raw material.
Yeah.
So it goes to show there's a market there.
Yeah.
Why didn't you continue?
So like I said, the pricing on the international market went really high. And at the time, those who were here were not willing to pay that price. And we didn't know how far it was going to go, because since, shall I say, middle of last year, it's been on an upward trajectory. It's the price per ton has gone more than 2,000 euros per ton. Wow. Okay, in that period.
So how are the other yogurt producers coping, or consumers?
Producers
who need dairy, how are they coping?
I sometimes think about that as well, because especially those who are buying from local suppliers, it must be really challenging.
You all are not talking together. You're not collaborating. In terms
I
of
am collaborating with a few, but not those in direct competition.
Okay.
So I have a colleague who is into making ice creams and desserts. Okay, and I used to supply him with that, and then I encouraged him that it would be good if he can, on my next order, I could have a fixed order from him to supply him a certain quantity.
But hold up. You say you're supplying to, except those who are in direct competition with you. Why?
No, I mean I speak to them, but I supply them, but we don't really collaborate on.
But collaboration is really the way to go. you know, competition is not a bad thing. And you would realize that the stronger all of you become, the more you're all going to find your little niches, and you're all promoting the same thing, which is what I think Mona started talking about.
Yeah.
Healthier options.
Yeah.
It's, if you see it as a cause and you're all working towards a cause, you will see that even as competitors, you can collaborate to support each other. It's not making your competitor weaker doesn't make you stronger. Sometimes you all get stronger together.
Yeah.
So you may have to look at that strategy-wise.
Let me ask 2 questions. Before you started this business, did you have a business plan?
Yes, I had a small business plan at the time.
I think it's evolved.
It has evolved, and we've updated it a couple of times.
Okay, so you've gone back to it.
Yes, gone back to it, improved it. The last time we did an update was in 2019, and that was with the marketing side. We did an extensive work on the marketing side to try and see what we could do to improve what we're doing. I must admit that it took a bit of time to. In fact, we tried to implement it in 2020, and then the lockdown, everything happened. And for products like this, especially, it requires a lot of physical interaction, because you want customers to be able to taste before they can tell, oh, this is a good product. Sometimes by looking at it, you might not say, oh, well, but here we are driven by taste. So people want to say, oh, okay, I like this product. It's different from the others. And so
but that takes us back to where Kwame started, and I think we all got lost a bit. That differentiation strategy. Mona has hinted at it, Kwame has hinted at it. Maybe we really need to focus on it. How do we ensure that when we pick your yogurt, we know that it is different from all the other ones? It is a healthier option. It is better quality. It is more of the probiotics and whatever in it. Because at this point, it has to be beyond packaging. It's like Kwame was saying, if I went into, let's say, a supermarket and I saw all the locally made yogurts, why would I pick this? And I think we all need to also rewind a bit and go back to your vision. You see, everything has to flow from that vision. And you are saying you want to be, first you said, within 3 years, we hope to capture the entire Ghanaian market. That's not a vision. Or go national, that's not a vision. Because none of these things can be measured. And be available at the main locations within the country. I can't measure what main locations are. This is almost like in the Mona's former career, when you ask them questions and they say,
we'll look at it. We'll look into it.
No, there's another phrase they have. When it's like
we're working on it,
but no one can measure what work has been done and what work is outstanding.
Thank you for addressing public service as that.
I used to be there too. So when you are setting, and you need to do some more work on the vision, and this is where the whole team thing Kwame was talking about would be helpful. We need a very, very clear vision. Where is Penta Foods going to be in 5 years? How many locations? What annual turnover are we looking at? How many bottles of this are you going to be selling every month in 5 years? And when we know that, then we start working back 4 years. So if you're going to be selling 1 million bottles a year, how many are you going to be selling in year 4? 800,000. Year 3, 600,000. Year 2, 400,000. And then we now know that in this year, maybe you have to be doing 300,000. And that means how many bottles in a month? How many outlets in a month? But your vision has to be clear. So start from something you can, it's so clear. Everyone in your company should know that this is our target, 1 million bottles in 5 years. So, and this is what we're doing this year. Then you can now decide how many outlets do I need to fix that. Going continental, West African sub-region. So it has to be structured. So from Ghana, when you hit this number in Ghana, then you're going, because if you can supply to Tamale and keep it properly refrigerated and all that, then you can now say, okay, I'm going to go into the sub-region. If I go into the sub-region, I can go into the continent. But it has to be very structured and very measurable. Very, very, very measurable. So at this point, I don't see a clear vision, and that's where everything flows from. Then we'll now be saying, so when you put this on the market, immediately I pick it, I should see something that tells me it's made in Ghana, it's a bit more attractive. This is almost like the standard packaging for yogurt. I don't see anything that says this is a healthier option. This is this will make my kids healthier, happier. This would, if we're taking this quantity every day, it would help manage lactose intolerance. So you need to be a bit more strategic about this. You need to bring in some experts. And having said that, Go Get, I'm not sure is a name that if you have a vision outside Ghana, you may have problems even within Ghana if you get bigger. Because there is an American yogurt brand that is, they have a product marketed as Go Get.
Okay.
So, and if we are selling, I don't even know what, I don't have to know that it's by Penta Foods. Let's just push the brand itself. One of them, and there's some inconsistency. The vanilla one had Ooh La La.
Yeah.
I actually like that. Ooh La La vanilla. So why don't we consider that as a name? But you need to do some research. That's the other thing. When you are going to name a product, you need to do some market research and know whether
there
are similar
products.
names and packaging and all that, and make sure that you're not infringing on anybody's trademark. So I think you need you need even a labeling that is stronger than this, that it's punchier, that is more, would make me pick it up on a shelf. And then also think about, even in terms of your flavors, creating that differentiation. Vanilla, strawberry, plain are pretty standard.
Yeah.
What do we have here that you can use as flavor that is not that common, that speaks to healthier options?
Yeah.
We have a lot of citrus, we have a lot of mango. I don't know anything much about yogurt except the ones my mom used to attempt making and force down my throat. But you need something stronger in terms of brand differentiation. And if you're carrying that vision, then it should go down through the packaging, through even the flavors. But I think we need to do a lot more work there. And on
if I may also add,
yes, please.
I know somebody here in Ghana, I'm sure both of you will know this individual I'm talking about, who does chocolate.
Okay.
But the brand name, she's used Ghanaian names. So she
I was after a lot of talking with her as well.
Yes, she used Ghanaian names for all her chocolates, and it's selling. And
she's doing the flavors as well.
She's doing the flavors as well.
As
As we said earlier, people buy by sight abroad. People buy by taste in this part of the world. What Charlotte has just said, in terms of you going forward, in terms of you accessing other markets, the basis of that is your raw material. So you intimated that the prices are going high, there's a demand. That is where your thought process should be above everybody's. So you take a trip to your supplier with your research. You tell your supplier, there's a huge market in my part of the world. I want to suggest to you that come and open a manufacturing plant in Ghana.
Work with us,
Or work with us to open it. Because the moment that is here, you're supplying the whole of Africa. Not only supplying
you have to move
Ghana,
to partnerships and
yes.
not just, they are not suppliers, they have to be more strategic
the whole of
partners.
Africa. And apart from that, you are getting your raw material, which is key for you to be able to get to where you want to get to. The other thing you should also do is that to travel out. Go to the supermarkets, the big supermarkets of this world. See the different types of packaging of yogurt on the shelf. And it will tell you how people perceive what to buy. Charlotte was right. Everybody uses this bottle. If I went to a supermarket here and I saw this on the shelf, it won't attract me. because all the other bottles are the same.
Unless I know it's healthier or something.
Unless I know it's
offering
healthier.
me something more.
If it were a different bottle, I'll say, that's a different bottle. What is
Yeah,
it?
I'm guilty. I bought stuff
And
based
then
on
I'll pick it up.
packaging.
I'll pick it up and I'll read it. It's okay. Let me try one bottle. And gradually, I'll get addicted to it. And that is the point. You should be able to read the customer's mindset. Sometimes, I remember when I used to do fresh produce, I'll go and stand in Marks and Spencer's just watching customer behavior. How many people will pick a certain product, the mannerisms that they would use in picking the product, you just watch. And it gives you information as to how people perceive products. So it goes to show there's a lot of research that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you haven't had the opportunity to increase your margin. So in terms of going out there to learn from other companies, to learn from other countries, could be difficult for you.
But there's a lot you can do on social media.
Yes,
The
there's a lot you
generation,
can do on social media.
so
That was
much
what I was
more on
coming
social
to.
media than.
Yeah. The other thing you should try and do is also...
Kwame, hold that thought. We have to go to Coach's Corner, listen to the coach. Kwame may need some support from coach, because I know when you start like this, if we don't slow you down, you start going tough on him. So
No,
we're
I
going to
won't. I
Coach's
decided
Corner
not to.
and we'll be back shortly.